Hi everyone, welcome to AIMS India online classes. This is matter continuation. In the last session, we have started our matter topic, nature of matter topic. In that, we have discussed types of states, total 5 states of matter, right? So, today we are going to continue with the interconversion of states of those matter. Okay guys, so let's start our topic. See, interconversion of states of matter. In the previous video, total 5 states of matter, actually solids, liquids, gases, plasmas and Bose-Einstein condensate state we have learned, right? In that, the main 3 states of matter, solids, liquids and gases. How this solid is converting into liquid, how solids are converting into liquid is converting into the gas, and what are the that classification, again that conversion classification, everything we are going to learn in today's class. Okay, let's start interconversion of states of matter. Interconversion of states of matter. See, the phenomenon of change of matter from one state to another state and back to original state by altering the conditions of temperature and pressure is called interconversion of matter. Let's see how the state is changing. Suppose let's take one example in our daily life, that is water. See, if you want to drink the water, we'll take a water with a glass of water, right, or in a bottle. If you at room temperature, that water state is in liquid state. Whereas come to that water bottle or glass of water, you keep in deep fridge, then that convert into ice like. So the state of matter is changing from liquids to solids. How it is changing? The liquid state is at room temperature. When we keep it in the refrigerator, this liquid state is converted into solid state. Water is converted into ice cubes like. So while the conditions of temperature has been changed, you have decreased the temperature from room temperature to low temperature. That's why there is a change in the state. That this phenomenon is called interconversion of states of matter. See, the phenomenon of change of matter from one state to another state and back to original state by altering the conditions of temperature and pressure. See, these ice cubes, again these ice cubes you keep for the open atmosphere, you keep take out from the refrigerator and you keep for the open air. Then again this ice will be converted into the water. So it is coming again into its original state by changing the conditions of temperature and the pressure. Pressure when we'll use, when from liquid to gas, we'll use the pressure in the gaseous state. But here by liquids and solids we are using the temperature. So this is called interconversion of states of matter. Let us see how these conversions are taking place. See, solids. First of all, it is a solid. Solid on melting, it is converting into the liquid like. Again, these liquids on vaporization, forming the gases. Again, the gas on condensation, converting into the liquid like. Again, this liquid on freezing, converting into the solid. The best example for this is in our regular life we are seeing ice, water, and it is water vapor, right? Ice cubes. These ice cubes you keep for the room temperature, then they'll start melting and they'll form the water in the container. You take in one container ice cubes, you keep for the normal temperature at room temperature, then that glass of ice cubes converts into glass of water. Then this glass of water you started heated come boiling. You increased the temperature from the room temperature, you increased, then vaporization has been started and this glass of water is converted into like water vapor. That is the state of a gas. Again this water vapor, you decrease some temperature, that is called condensation. Again this vapor converts into the water like. Again you decrease the more temperature, this water keep in the refrigerator, that is called freezing, converts into the ice like. So the interconversions, solid to liquid, liquid to gas, again gas to liquid, again liquid to solid. Some of the substances converts from solid to gaseous state directly. The best example is camphor. This camphor we'll use in our puja purposes, right? While giving the arati, that these camphor they will be like white tablets or naphthalene balls. Those naphthalene balls also will use, right? That naphthalene balls will keep away the worms, will keep in the clothes rock, right? In that, so this process from solid to direct gas is called sublimation. Again gas to direct solid is called reverse sublimation, right? So these are the interconversions. Let us see what is the correct definition for melting and what is vaporization, condensation, freezing and sublimation. Let us start reading those, what is meant by melting and vaporization and the remaining also. Let us see what is meant by melting. Melting, the process of changing a solid substance into liquid by heating, is called melting. See, to convert ice cubes into water, no need to heat. That ice is in the less temperature. You keep for the room temperature. Then you are increasing the temperature. That is nothing but you started heating like. So that is called melting. When ice changes into water, it is called melting of ice. A solid substance can be melted only by applying heat. If you are not increasing the temperature, you kept in the same temperature, then that solid will be like solid, liquid will be like liquid only. There is no change in their states. Understand? So when you are changing the temperature, when you are started heating that solid substance, then only melting process will be starts. The melting of a substances takes place at a fixed temperature. Yes, at particular temperature the water will be converted into the ice like. Okay, so we have to maintain a fixed temperature for this melting also. So what is meant by melting? The process of changing a solid substance into liquid by heating is called melting. The best example and daily life example is ice converts into the water like. See here, it is the ice cube. That ice cube started melting. So this is the ice in polar ice cubes. There we can see the ice, that also when sun comes it starts melting. At the same temperature the ice also starts melting. Ice cream. So the next topic is melting point. So what is melting? We have seen the definition. Now what is meant by melting point? Water has a melting point. What is that melting point means? See, the temperature at which solid substance melts and changes into a liquid is called melting point of the substance. See, ice cube. At ice cube, if you keep for the room temperature, it is converting into the water, right? So, at what temperature this ice is converting into the water? This solid substance is changing into the liquid. Then that temperature is called melting point of that particular substance. This melting point will be vary by the substance changing. See here, ice. Ice means what? Ice cubes. Its melting point is 0 degrees Celsius. At 0 degrees Celsius, the ice cube starts melting. Whereas come to the sodium chloride. The sodium chloride is nothing but called table salt. In our regular we are using the salt in curries in the kitchen, everything we are using the sodium chloride. Its melting point is 800 degrees Celsius. That's why at room temperature the sodium chloride is existing as a solid like, that solid crystals like it is, because its temperature melting point is 800 degrees Celsius. When sodium chloride you kept above the 800 degrees Celsius, then it starts melting. Okay, next one is iron bar. See, iron, it is not melting at room temperature because that melting point is not room temperature. It is melting at 1535 degrees Celsius, very very hot temperature. See, this temperature they will maintain at welding purposes. Some shops there will be welding purposes, cutting, heating the iron. See, that time iron bars they'll melt and they'll mold into the required shape. When they heat at this temperature, that time that iron, see so many iron chairs are there. Each chair will be in different shape. How that iron is converting into that different shape means they are melting at this temperature. So this is called melting point. Every solid will have a particular melting point. Comes to the next one is called evaporation. What is meant by evaporation? See, the gaseous state of a liquid is also called its vapor state. See, the previous solid to liquid, it is melting, right? So, we learned about that melting and melting point, isn't it? Now, this liquid converts into the gas. This process is called vaporization, we said. That is called evaporation also. The liquids converting into the gases. What is that evaporation? The gaseous state of a liquid is converted into the gas is called its vapor state. Most of the liquids keep on changing its vapors slowly even at room temperature. Yes, some of the liquids they'll start evaporating even at room temperature also. The changing of a liquid into vapors or gas is called evaporation. The evaporation of liquid can take place at all temperatures. See here, it is the ocean. In the ocean water, it starts evaporating with sun temperature. That evaporated water only the taking by the clouds, right? That is only again raining like a rain. That is a continuous process. So this evaporation will take place at all temperatures. Let us see what is this evaporation. Means at strong temperature, if you are heating, that is called boiling. When a liquid is heated continuously at a certain temperature, the liquid changes into vapors very rapidly. If you take one in a container water, you start heating that. If you heat it half an hour, then at the starting the water will be normal. Again, if you are keep on heating more than 15 minutes, it starts bubbling. If you are heating more than 15 minutes, more than half an hour, if you start heating, then it starts evaporation. That is called boiling. So how can you observe the evaporation has started? Means if you keep one lid on this container, and if you see the back side of that lid, you will see the water droplets. That water droplets is nothing but the water is evaporated, again that is converting into the water like. Okay, evaporation. If you are take out the lid and you continuously started heating that, so the if you take a full water container, then a container becomes half of to the water. Where it went this half water, that is got evaporated, right? So this is called evaporation. And if you are heating at high temperatures, that is called boiling. The rapid changing of a liquid into vapors, gas on heating is called boiling. Rapid changing of liquid into vapors means fastly you are heating at high temperature. Then that is called boiling. The boiling of a liquid takes at fixed temperature. See water, it boils at 100 degrees Celsius. How the melting point is fixed for particular substance, the boiling point is also fixed for the particular substance. Let us see the temperature at which a liquid boils and changes into vapors very rapidly is called boiling point of the liquid. See, the temperature at which liquid boils and changes into the vapors are gases very rapidly is called boiling point. Water boils at a temperature of 100 degrees Celsius to form a gas called steam. See, while cooking the rice, the best example, while cooking the rice, at the starting point, we'll keep the rice and water. While we are cooking that one, we will not see that rice after cooked, that is called steamed rice. Like we can say, some water absorbed by the rice and some water will be evaporated. So that steam means it is going into the water vapor. Like after that 100 degrees Celsius, the rapid boiling will be takes place and the water completely converts into the waste, steam like, or water vapors like. So the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. This is for water. Boiling points of some other liquids, let us see here. So water, its boiling point is 100 degrees Celsius, and chloroform, CHCl3, it's a chloroform. We will use generally this chloroform as the unconsciousness, to get the unconsciousness. So this is called 62 degrees Celsius is its boiling point. Sulfuric acid, its boiling point is 280 degrees Celsius. Sulfuric acid, this acid at the room temperature will be like acid only, but you start heating it at 280 degrees Celsius, it converts into the vapors like. Okay, this is about boiling point, guys. Next, see what is meant by sublimation. A few substances change directly from solid to gas on heating without coming into the liquid state. Directly from solid to gases. Directly from solid state to gaseous state, in between there is no liquid state. Such substances, that process is called sublimation, and such substances are called sublimates or sublimable substances. What we can say? Sublimates or sublimable substances also we can say. Let us see what are those substances. Some of the substances we will observe in our daily life. Sublimation of solid carbon dioxide. Here given some examples: iodine, ammonium chloride, camphor. Camphor is nothing but we can say as karpuram. We'll use for the puja purpose. And naphthalene balls. Everybody knows these white shaped balls. Are sublimable substances. They directly convert from the solid to liquid. If you want to observe that one, you take one camphor capsule or naphthalene ball, you keep it for a open air. Okay, you observe that size. Slowly the size will be decreases, and completely if you keep in the morning, you observe after 24 hours like that, the size will be drastically changes. The size will be decreases. Where will that size go? The big one became very small one and then starts disappearing. That is nothing but called, it was evaporated at the room temperature like. So the solid is converted into the gas. These substances are called sublimable substances or sublimates also we can say. See, condensation. Yes. See, now we have completed the three topics. First one is solid to liquid. Let us see. Liquid to gas. These are increasing the temperature. Solid to liquid temperature increases. That is called melting. And liquid to gas, we have increased more temperature, then that is called evaporation like we have studied. And some substances directly from solid to gaseous state, that is called sublimation like we have studied. Now we are coming to the reverse process, from gas to liquid, decreasing the temperature, that is called condensation. What is that? Gas to liquid is called condensation. Let us see. We have just seen when water is heated, it changes into steam or water vapor. The reverse of this is also true, that water vapor again can come into the water like. So that process is called condensation process. Condensation of water vapor on cool glass surface. Yes, we can observe this condensation. When in winter seasons, if we keep our cars for open air, in the morning if you observe, the car glasses, window glasses will be with these water droplets like. Where from that water came? That came from the atmosphere. In the atmosphere it is like a vapor. By decreasing the temperature in the winters, that vapor converted into the water drops like, and it formed on the car glasses surface. Even on the top surface of the car also we can observe. That is daily life examples I am trying to give. See, if we cool the steam, it changes back into water. The process of changing a gas or vapors into liquid by cooling is called condensation. What is the condensation? The process of changing a gas into liquid by cooling, means we are decreasing the temperature. That's why it is the reverse process. Here the increasing we have studied till now. Now decreasing the temperature. Then it comes from the gas to liquid. That cooling process is called condensation. See, freezing. We have to decrease more temperature for freezing. Condensation you have decreased some bit, and freezing means more temperature here. We have seen that when ice is heated, it melts to form water. It melts to form water. The reverse of this is also true, that water forms the ice cubes. Yes, that is when a liquid is cooled, it changes into the solid. Best example, the water bottle converted into the ice cubes, like ice. You keep in the refrigerator and you leave for the 48 hours or 24 hours, then we'll observe the ice cubes, not the water in that. That process is called freezing, because we have decreased to the room temperature. More than the room temperature, we have decreased the temperature. See, when water is cooled, it freezes to form ice. The process of changing state from liquid to solid by cooling is also called freezing or solidification. What is that process is called? Freezing or solidification, because that water we are converting into the solid, like liquid converting into the solid, so that is called solidification. Here the in that regions, in the polar regions, the temperature is very less. Then we can see in some areas of United States also, there continuously the snow will fall, and the cars, houses, everything will be closed by snow. That is nothing but that is very less temperature. That water present in the atmosphere is converting into the ice, like this process is called freezing or solidification. Okay, let us see the whole process what we explained till now. The solids on melting forms liquids. Again these liquids on evaporation forms the gases. Again gas on condensation gives liquid. Again liquid on solidification or freezing forms the solids. These are the interconversion states. Interconversion of states of matter: solid to liquid, liquid to gas, gas to liquid, liquid to solid. Solid to gas is called solid to gas is called sublimation, and gas to solid is called deposition or reverse sublimation also we can say. This is called interconversion of states of matter. Okay guys, so in our next video we'll come to with the next chapter, next subtopic of this matter. Okay guys, thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe to our channel and visit our website aimstoday, www.aimstoday.in, and please subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.